Hey everybody, it's Marty the JavaScript Party here, and my buddy Rhett back there. She's just chilling. Seems to really be enjoying hanging out up there today. I don't know, some days she likes it more than others. All right, so I just finished up my Three.js video, and now I'm transitioning over. I believe the next one is my Say Hello. Say Hello Saturdays. And then I believe flashcards is for um, Sunday. It would be kind of cool if it was Fridays, if I did flashcard Fridays, but I don't have enough time to work on flashcards on Fridays. Probably maybe Friday night I could, but I have other things I'd like to do. I do spend a lot of time coding already as it is, so it's probably good for me to do other things too, like exercise and garden and stuff. All right, so oh yeah, say hello is the oldest one, so let's move back over here. I don't even remember what we were doing, which is like kind of the standard and kind of the point of all of this. Let's close others. Close others. Other tabs. There we go. All right. So I feel like I normally will have something in my README to help me. And I thought I really liked the way, yeah. So, okay, so we don't even have a icon. And now this is anything that any new projects I started after 2026, I did do an architectural change. And I have not come up with a standard naming scheme for, I think the UIs should probably see how I have Cypress. I should probably start whatever as UI. Um, and then so then I could just go CD and then U, and that would be the same for all of them. But for this one, it actually is say hello. And then I feel like this thing is getting pretty close to done too. Like function, I believe we finished it functionally last week. Now that I think about it, npm start. Right, let's see what happens. So in say hello, like the truth of the mode that we're operating in, I guess is what you'd call it, is the mode is based on the language locale combination. So like a good example of a language locale is like um, US, EN-US, right? That's English in the US version of English, or SE, I think it's SP slash MX is for Mexico, Mexican Spanish. Um, now I am trying to space. Oh, is it still building? Okay, so I'm trying to. Oh yeah, see, so I did this, and if let's just try this out real quick. Um, so I think over here is what we do that, and then you could type in whatever you want in here. So I could type in this howdy, and then I'm just going to say howdy, and see we got a match, no match, no match, and this is what we heard. So yeah, I think what I wanted to do, okay, so we want to just use icon, like a thumbs up icon or a thumbs down icon for no match. Um, I think that will work really well. I don't think there's anything. As you see, oh, well, you know what's crazy though is this isn't even the locale is upload one, so and it's still working, and I would imagine that we actually um, so we must be defaulting to English, or I'm guessing we actually set it to update and one, and then it used that and made it English default to English. Now, if I remember correctly, if we don't give it a route, it'll automatically push us here. All right, so let's go ahead and just get this icon thing working. So that's what we're working on now. I wonder if you know what? Let me do another icon. Boom, boom. I really like these emoticons now. Uh, Unchecked. Mm, box. Okay, so a purple checkbox will be that I've started it. I'm going to try to do that. So if it's a purple checkbox, that means I started working on it. Now it's just a little like bit of internal rebellion is why I do this because I got like probably as close to you can get to getting in trouble where I work. I mean, without like obviously if you commit some sort of crime or get violent or something like that, or like extremely disrespectful or something, you can get in trouble for that too. But like trouble like where you're just sort of socially rejected, that kind of trouble, I probably got as close as that for putting emoticons inside of comments in the code. So now, like in all my code, I like make a special effort to put emoticons in there. I guess it's like one of those sort of things where, like, as a human being, you sort of have to, um, you sort of, there's a real use it or lose it component to being a human being and being free. And if you don't use your freedom, you will lose your freedom. And so, like, I'm not free at work. I'm not allowed to put emoticons in things. I'm working. That's it. I don't have to work. That's the option. I could not work, but like while I'm working, and don't forget that. And all you need. But then when you're not working, and it's important. It's important to when you're not working to not be working. And like there's certain ways you have to act at work and to get things done and expectations and stuff, but then those things don't work at home raising a family. Don't like you should never That's the worst advice ever is to like apply things that you learn at work to family life. It's just a whole different context. So like for me, I know I'm in a very happy free context right now because I have emoticons. Are these called emoticons? Yeah, emoticons. Um, because I have them, I know I'm happy and free right now, and and I can do whatever I want. Um, and it helps that I only have like 500 followers or whatever subscribers, because like when you only have like 500 subscribers, you have a lot of freedom to kind of say whatever you feel like saying and stuff. Um, let's see, 491 subscribers. Um, So, I think they kind of YouTube. See, I think YouTube, it's in their best interest probably to have like a bunch of us all go to one source. So then they can like, craft advertising and sell advertising and stuff, saying, hey, look, we got 10,000, 20,000 software developers. They all go to this one um, YouTube channel and they all listen to this guy, and this guy he doesn't talk about stuff that would make advertisers uncomfortable. Like that's what they want. Um, so I think they try to kind of keep me about the same week in, week out. Like right around 500, I think is what they try to keep me at. And then they seem to try to keep my wife, who has like 75,000 followers on TikTok, but only like 650 on YouTube. And she's like a little bit like ahead of me, even though like she has a lot more followers. But anyway, so I went happy and sad. I'm gonna say that I'm going with thumbs up and thumbs down. All right, so we need to find this ready. I'm assuming this ready text is somewhere. All right, so basically what we want is, I guess, what we would like is like an ear for listening, and then like on match. So, and this is kind of a part where like it's like when you're right at this point of a software development effort, you gotta. It's like you really have to put a bunch of force to get um progress going, because the thing is like there's so many things we can do right now, and it's just like you just have to pick one you need to start going. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just make sure I have all my imports um, right to use a material icon, and I don't. So I just gonna try it. Material icon module. Nope. Okay, so what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to search on Angular material. I wonder, it's hard because, yeah, I think I'd rather go to. So for the most part, it's a lot easier just to go to like AI, right? Go to ChatGPT and ask them, hey, how can I do this? But ChatGPT has just gotten so like, I guess it's not ChatGPT. I guess what it is like when you prompt it, you have to be you just have to put so much thought into it. It's just, because you don't, because if you prompt it and you don't tell it, hey, can you keep this concise and short in some way, then it's just going to go on and on and on. Um, so let's go to the example. Oh, TypeScript. Okay. So yeah, module, mat icon. Oh, it was mat, not material. And this is how you learn, right? Like you learn by um, trying it, and then like if you try it enough times and fail, what'll eventually happen is your brain will say, "Okay, I need to remember that." Um, or you could actively remember it and use it, you know. But anyway, so we have our material icon, um, and then now I don't know of a good way to. Well, so here's thumbs up. So sometimes you can kind of look, and so thumbs down is probably the other one. Right. Okay, so in this idea, um, the voice was matched. Hello, match. Guess that's a good name for that. So Matt icon, SVG icon, area label. So that is what we're gonna do. And then let's give it a try. See what happens. Hello. Okay, so we got nothing there. Did I save? Well, yeah, I must have saved. So, oh, that's right. It was like white text. think it is actually there. We just, yeah, it is there. It's just white on white. All right. I don't know how you set the color. I know it's not straightforward. So ChatGPT. So so in one sentence, can you show me how to set the color on a material icon for Angular 21? There we go. Oh wait, stick color. Oh, okay. So I wonder if I want to do it that way. I could give it a class. Yeah, let's go ahead and. I don't know if that works actually. Equals color :red. Let's see, did it do it? Inspect. Yeah, so the color is red. Yeah, that didn't work. Let's try this. If you're using an outline rounded symbols, okay, so let's see if this works. I don't want to do this at all. Like, but if it works, at least we'll know we're on the right path. Okay, Matt. Yeah, that didn't work either. The icon is white. Says there's another CSS. So it thinks that there's another CSS that's overriding the color. So in the inspector, it is showing that the color is red and the fill is red, but the color is still white. Okay, so this is what I'm using. Okay, so this is what I have at the moment. This means the actual glyph. Okay, so this is my code. So the succinctly didn't work. I don't think this is going to work. No, the fills are red, it shows. Yeah, I don't feel like this is gonna work, but let's try it. Man, this was supposed to be so simple. I kind of want to just try another. Let's just reload. Maybe it's just some weird. Hello. Yeah, so it's there. Okay. And they don't have any examples that have color? Why would you not have color in any of your examples? So they probably have icons. Let's go to the overview. No, no icons here. No icons, no colored icons in there. Those, okay, badges have icons, it looks like. Is that, are these icons? Overlap. Is there an icon in here? Oh yeah, here's an icon. Okay, so here's a map badge icon home. Okay, so this one has CSS. Does not seem to. Okay, well, oh wait, I think it's actually. Oh yeah, it's white. Oh my gosh. It's unbelievable. It is absolutely unbelievable to me. Should be the easiest thing in the world. It's amazing when things that should be super easy. Icons, grid list. You just never predict this kind of thing. Side nav. Okay, so this thing looks like it's using icons. Let's look at some examples. Is this side nav? Did I click the wrong one? Can you tell? Yeah, side nav examples. This is so weird. See over here, they have an icon. They have an icon right there. Let's see if I can see it. If we inspect in here, if we can see how they did that. Cannot believe that this is. Okay, so material, matte icon, no color. Matte icon focus integrated. So that's a span. I cannot believe. So let's, okay, so that has a styling. Did the matte icons have a styling? You start, yeah, styling. Okay, name, color. Oh, I probably should have looked at that. So it's saying that styles from material icon override mixins. All right, so okay, so this is material 21. Is working. This is material 21. Ah, okay. How about a red? What in the world? Okay. Uh, okay, so do I have to use, okay, so is there, I feel like we do material icons in here someplace already, right? Don't we? Yeah, this little, okay, how did I do that? The little start microphone has a blue control F, a blue icon in it. Um, okay. Oh, Matt icon mic. That is so crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna hit back twice. I'm just gonna see if I can put this Matt icon. Oh, okay. Can I do thumbs up? Okay, so this one shows up black. Okay, so this one this renders black. Oh, I don't know. We didn't try this. It's saying that this style red isn't working, and we don't know that. I'd actually try that. I don't know why it decided that. Okay, so that does work. Okay, so this does work. Oh, let's try thumbs up. Wait, is it thumbs up underscore or? Oh, yeah, it's a dash. Okay. Let's try. Okay, yeah. So this worked. This works. All right, so this works. I've always found this to be very confusing, and honestly, I don't even know that I'd be able to figure this out if it wasn't for. This is one of those things where I'm like, oh man, if it wasn't for AI, could I even figure this out? Or I guess I would probably have to. Um, um, yeah, I don't know how I would have figured this out. Like, well, I still haven't figured it out, but let's try this one. Yes, there's no reason not to add another one. Actually, there's no reason to even put it inside of. There, let's put it in this header. Okay, so that works. Oh, that's weird. Oh no, that doesn't work. Okay. So this does not work. And we already said that. Okay, so that wasn't working. I wonder, well, uh, so yeah, this does not work. Work. Different thumbs up. So bizarre that like let's try this one. This is so annoying. Okay, so that one is working. Okay, so this one does work. Okay, so thumb up, I bet you is okay. All right, so I don't know what that is because I'm pretty sure we copied that straight from Angular material. Um, and it's just not even working at all, which is just absolutely bizarre to me. I think that is one of the sort of the yeah, see, this is the example they give. Oh wait, this is not the example they give. Where it's under the examples. Okay, so this was the example that we copied. We're like, oh look, and it's thumbs up, but thumb underscore up works fine. All right, so mat icon. Let's try this. I never do this, and I should try this. Let's look at the API. So it has an icon name and options. Here are all options return. Sure, options. I guess there was just something wonky about that SVG. Okay, let's just do a search in this API color. Okay, so there is a color input. So I see in the API. Now, I have a real love-hate relationship with Angular material because A, Angular material is freaking awesome. So I love that part. B is it is so darn difficult to implement. But once you've implemented it, it like saves your butt over and over and over again. Okay, so we got primary, worn, and accent. So I think this one probably should be primary. Color primary. Let's try that. I'm assuming primary is probably. So we do color because this is an input. And since I don't have it in brackets, then it'll accept what I have as a string, which I think is fine. And we'll see. Okay. Let's see if they show color. How about worn? Okay, so color worn is being black. Okay, so this comes back as black. Okay, so does it have matte worn as its class? That's a question. So I'm going to inspect this, and basically what I'm looking for is to see what classes are applied. So you can look in styles. Oh, well, so this has matte icon, no translate, matte worn. So I think what it's telling me is that somewhere I should be have a matte worn. Now if I don't know if I can, I guess there's a styles. We probably can go in styles. I've never really done this before. Okay. Okay, so looks like I could do something along these lines. Just copy this. Let me copy that. Put this in here in our styles. Hit save. We might have to refresh. We probably will need to refresh. It's kind of welded. Oh, it's because of the size of these. So dot matte worn is not. So here's matte worn. That's the class, right? It's a class. And then what we're looking for is our matte worn over here, but is not getting applied. Right? We should see the matte worn in this list of different things, but we are not seeing ours. Now, it would definitely lose to this one. Matte icon, matte icon, matte worn. But and so I would expect to see somewhere on this, and it would ours would definitely be a higher specificity than like this body. So it should have showed up like in here, but for some reason our style CSS is not getting, doesn't seem to be getting applied. I don't really understand why, but, and this is way out, like I said, I've never even done this before, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill this and just try it, restart it and see if it picks up. Man, it is crazy because I thought this was going to be easy peasy. Easy peasy. And this is the kind of thing that like somebody will get set up at some point and you'll never need to do it again. So alternatively, I believe I can do this. And I'm just over it. I can go in y'all and I'll just say worn. And then, was it color? No, it was, oh, it's probably a bunch of stuff though. Color aqua. And let's just dash important. Let's just take specificity out of this important. I believe that's how you do that, right? It won't let me compile if I'm doing that wrong. Oh, and then we need to go in here and give our icon a warn. Let's see if that works. I don't know that. Am I even looking at the right one? I'm not even looking at the right one. Okay, so that is working. Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of our important, because I try to avoid that at all costs. I mean, I will admit that, okay, so it's a warn, so this is going to be red. And it isn't even important, so that's good. So now if we mouse over this, we will see that this thing has our, where are you? You'll see that we do have, it does automatically do this. Well, what the? Am I looking at the right one? Yeah, I'm looking at the right one. Oh, color warn class. Oh, there's our class. See, warn right there. It's the third one in. And then it uses our warn selector. Now, the downside, this is probably would not work, would not be a good idea for most people. There's very few circumstances, and this is one of the few where I think the results is the only place I'll ever have warn. So I don't see any reason to sort of handle this at like the style level. But if you were going to have like warn warn icons, throughout the application, then it's probably a better, much better. Actually, it's almost, yeah, 99.9% chance, much better to um, do it in the um, at the styles and have it apply throughout the entire application. Um, okay, so success. So I'm gonna add another one called success. I don't know if this is the right way to do this, honestly. I'm 100% sure, or I think I'm 100% sure that I'm never gonna do it this way in a production application. Um, just because the production application is just never this simple. Um, Learn and then success. And then honestly, in most actual professional applications, you're going to have like Tailwinds or Bootstrap or something like that, and you have classes that you use anyways instead. So I guess that's probably a big reason why. Success. And then wait, what? Interesting. What is happening? Oh, is it my style? Is my style getting applied? No, I don't have anything. Okay, that's weird. All right, that's weird. Oh, I probably didn't change. Should I change this? Yeah, the class is success. Oh, green. All right, so that's our success. And then ready. And that should be like, I don't know what a good color for ready is. Okay, so I am curious what ChatGPT is using red for Warren and green success. What is a good color for ready? Probably blue, I would think. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's crazy. Blue. So I want this color right here. 1976D2. Color. Colon. 1976. What was it? FF? D2. D2. 1976 D2. And then is there an icon for a, a an ear, like listening? Hearing. So we want these to be hearing. So let's see if it actually works. And then I'll tell you, icons always ends up. Okay. And then ready. I don't know if that's particularly. Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't look like an ear to me. It looks like an ear to me if you tell me it's an ear. Disabled record voiceover. And like I said, there's so many different starting places at this point that it's just kind of like hard to like that's usually where a lot of newer developers get hung up is like they just don't know where to start. Okay, so that's good. I think that's perfect. Okay, so by default, we are going to say ready. For all the readies, we're going to say like this. And then, of course, these really should be like a loop, right? Like there should be like a little loop over the existing list for this lookup. But that I want to feed out of, well, I guess yeah, I want to feed it out of a JSON so that basically what I want to do is have a separate, um, like, I want to have like a different place that it gets its JSON from. Um, so that, and it would be nice if they were all the same but overridable. Um, but I want to have a different place that I get the JSON from so that I just have to FTP a JSON whenever I'm adding new languages and language support, not rebuild the whole application. I don't want to have to do that. There we go. So everybody's listening. What is that SE? Let's see if we can find out where that's coming from. Ah, see, there's no results at this point. So, oh, and then this was our normalized recognition signal. So I don't even think we're trying to show that one. I think that was probably something I had for debugging would be my guess. Okay, so basically we want, if I say one of these, for it to match, right? So hello. That's funny. Okay, so this said match. Oh, okay. Yeah, so for match found, yeah, we have a big mess. Okay, so we want this to be a thumbs up. And then I don't even remember what it was. So let's just hit Control Z till we get back to it. And then we'll Control Alt Z. Basically, I'm looking for my thumb. There it is. This, I really thought this was going to go a lot faster than it did. I'm always shocked at that. I mean, just like it's so weird that like we couldn't like it like the well, it was so weird that going to the material design take usually you can just totally get away with you get the material design, you go there, you copy the code, you come over here. Is there something I was missing? There was something I was missing. Examples. Okay, so they show this is the code. There's only two things. There's types. Oh, that's funny. I was supposed to add this to the TypeScript. That's why. So this would be to make your own little icon. Ah, and then that's why this is called SVG icons. I didn't really quite understand it, but apparently, yeah, you could have it build out your own custom SVG and show that. And apparently within that, I have the color set. Fill none, yeah. Yeah, so that was my mistake. So I learned a lot actually on that. Um, I feel like when I first started, like a year, 2 years ago, maybe a year ago, probably more like 2 years ago, um, my I probably would have been like I would have just felt ashamed. I would have definitely felt ashamed um, about like missing that and then being like implying. Well, first of all, I probably would have mouthed off. I probably would have been like, "This is why I hate Angular material." I would have said something just idiotic like that. And then when I saw that I just missed this here, then I would be like, "Oh, I feel shame." But now I try really hard not to ever jump to conclusions. So I'm not jumping to the conclusion that something is wrong with Angular material. Um, and um, and then I tried really hard not to ever jump that. So then you don't really have to be like embarrassed or anything when it doesn't work, when you miss something, because there's just so many things to miss. Um, all right, so that's nice. So now we just want thumbs down, right? And I feel like Warren, I guess Vale has some negative. Okay, the first one, okay, so hey definitely doesn't match. So we get to see this one if we, and we'll call it Warren. There we go. So I think it's very clear that this little guy here, this little set of code, or this actually, yeah, this little set of code probably should be its own component. And that just knows what it listens for and what icons to show if it doesn't hear it. And then that little icon probably can listen to the string. We already have like a signal going out, and that it can listen to the signal to see if it has a match. And that'll be neat. Um, we could also create a directive. I don't create directives very often. I think directives are really like they're very like it's unusual for it's very unusual for status for like basically a directive is a component that doesn't have markup as far as like that's how I view it. It's like, hey, there's components that have markup and then TypeScript and CSS inputs and outputs. They listen for signals, that kind of stuff. And then um, um, there's so there's components, and then there is like sometimes you just want to only do thing to whatever element, right? And then that's where directives come in. And 99 times out of 100, for me at least, the way I come at problems, I always end up just need a component. So I very rarely write directives. Whenever I do, I like it. I find it absolutely enjoyable. All right, so I think that's enough for today. I was kind of hoping, I think I got a lot farther last week than I was expecting, and then this week I sort of gave that back because I thought I was going to get a lot farther than this. But we do have these. Um, do I need to save? Why is that no match? That high no match. Hello, and then the next one is high. Oh, right here. And see, we won't have to really, this isn't something to really be concerned with because these are all just going to become a component. So that's the result panel, and then this is a result, a status, probably like result status. So let's try it again. Hi. Oh, that was nice. That was a very, very pleasant user experience. Hey. Oh man, that is so cool. Hello. And then let's say we want to do our own. Howdy, partner. Howdy, partner. Oh man, that is so fun. That is so fun. Oh, I love it. Loves it. I mean, there's like, if I was like a game developer, um, I gotta believe that there's so many games that you could just fit right in to this little voice thing in, and it just make things better. Now let's try this right, right quick with um, Edge. It's always interesting to see what Edge thinks I will think is interesting. So apparently, I have no idea who that is. Apparently, it thinks I'm very interested in that, though. 13 highest paid jobs in the USA. Bye bye. Oh man, that looks so nice. Hello. So yeah, it's not working. And what we can do is we can actually go to my voice. What's this one? US flags. All right. Voice. I like voice. I like voice. All right. Let's try it. Hello. Oh my gosh. How weird is that? Okay, let's try it again. Let's clear this. Go back here. Hello. Hello, hello. Hi. Hello. Okay, so that time it failed. And yep, there it is. So it worked one time and then it quit working. And if I do this on VPN at work on um, uh, a government network, it works every time. But on the same exact computer, same exact, not this computer because I never get onto my work VPN from my personal computer, but um, on my work computer, if I'm not on the VPN, so I'm on the same network, I can come over here and it won't work. And or it'll do something like this once. Sometimes it'll work like every 10 times or so, and then sometimes it won't. Now, as you saw, the hello that came back before, when I said hello and it came back, it had a capital H and a period. So I think that should work, but I don't know. But anyways, and then the nice thing is like, so if I do like this, konnichiwa. So this is how you spell hello. I think the most standard hello that they have in Japan. This is how you spell it in English words. But so if I say JAJP, so Japan. So in the future, it will go to a JSON, see if there's anything, if we have anything for Japan, and if we do, it will update that. Um, it's always a really weird thing because like there's probably like a couple thousand of these combinations that would be good. So I don't think I want one file that has a couple thousand, but I do think I want um 100 file. I mean, and I don't think I want like 1,000 different files to try to maintain too. So I got to come up with some other scheme for, and I don't know exactly how for managing this because, and I don't really want to have a database. I would like it if people could just pull this down into their local, pull this into their like run this locally or put this on some website that they want and then it just works for them. That's what I would like. But anyways, so now we are in Japan. So if I do this konnichiwa, and so then what I could do is I can copy this. And then it gave me an extra, for some reason, it gave me some extra space there. Oh, wow, that was cool. So now I think I can go, let's do this. Okay. So this thing, so they used to have like a way to play that. It's so weird that they show this like sad girl here. That's wild. Yeah, I don't even know what that's all about. And I can't read any of this. It felt like it did it, but I didn't hear it. Um, I wish I knew that. Shopping more. What is this? Tools. So see, they have like a page you can go to. How about this? How do you say? I almost feel like something was supposed to have done it. How to pronounce? Oh, I guess there's a YouTube on that. There's a bunch of YouTubes. Uh, how about Google Pronounce Tool? Google Translate. I think that's what I wanted. And Control V.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. So that's pretty awesome, right? Because then I come back over here and that was what I just pasted over there. I think I can even do this, like, so if I can't pronounce it at all.
Konnichiwa.
So I don't know if it worked. It seemed like it worked. So let's do this. Let's remove this, make it hey, and then start the microphone.
Konnichiwa.
Hello.
Konnichiwa.
Oh, so it doesn't.
Konnichiwa.
Oh, there it did. I think it did.
Konnichiwa.
So I don't know. This is different. Konnichiwa. See, that's so wild. Konnichiwa. That it comes up here. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Let's see. What if we copied this one?
Konnichiwa.
Okay, so it did see that as a match, I think. No, it did not see that as a match. So for some reason, it is not reading, it is not hearing this as konnichiwa, even though that is like official. Let's try this. Let's see, what about this guy? I think this guy also has like a little speaker thing. No, maybe not. Let's see, word hippo.
Hello.
Let's see, this is, oh my God. It's kind of weird because it says hello there is this, but this is exactly the same exact word, I think. Oh, these are more meanings for konnichiwa.
Hi.
Oh, so this, I guess, was designed to be from English. From, so this is like saying the English. So like I think if I go from English, translate from English to Japanese and hello, and then hit this button. Hello, beautiful. So like this.
こんにちは。こんにちは。こんにちは。
Oh, so it did not. Oh, see, it's like a different character. Curious. All right, what is this? Is this hello in Japanese? It's so weird. I am playing a recording from Google of Konnichiwa, C-O-N. But the voice API is returning that. You're not getting a clean what was spoken result. You're getting a missegmented or misdetected chunk. Interesting. Oh, so apparently the Google TTS has like some stuff that we probably can't hear. Oh, I'm so sorry. I could not get to the. Well, the second one I got to it. Anyway, so I don't know. I love it though. I actually. Konnichiwa. That's awesome. That is so awesome. So like, yeah, they probably have very various versions of it, and I don't know exactly how I'm gonna get recordings of all of them or anything like that, but um, it's probably not, not a big deal. I mean, it's just a sort of a fun project. I wonder what, like, I think it's MX dash ES SP. I think that's Spanish. What would be Buenos dias? I don't know if that's Spanish. It doesn't seem like it. Maybe I have it backwards. It's ENUS, right? Oh yeah, so I do have it backwards. It's supposed to be SPMX. And then Buenos dias. Well, I wonder what would be a good word that see uh I'm trying to think of a word that would probably would have a letter that isn't in the American English dictionary because it's like abs and then che. Um, what is a Spanish word that has a non-English character? Niño. Yeah, that's a good one. Niño. Okay, so is it okay, what is the all right, what is the locale for Mexican Spanish? ESMX. So funny. Yeah, SP is for Spain. ESMX. And Nino. See, that is awesome. So now I think we can just copy this over here. That's so cool that it matches afterwards. Nino. Nino. Buenos dias. Buenos tardes. Pretty sure that's good afternoon. Is is it? I wonder if it's supposed to be buenos. Let's try that. Buenos tardes. Buenos tardes. Hello? Interesting. It is wild that we're getting the capital, but it is matching. So, oh, well. Oh, so we are getting a capital letter back. Hello, how are you? We aren't getting the question mark. Now let's try English. Let's try the default. Hello, how are you? See, we aren't getting the capital H in English. How interesting is that? That is wild. Anyways, so that will do that for me for today. I think we made decent progress. I was hoping to make a little bit more progress. Oh, let's go to our README, get ourselves set up for next week. It's not so important in my Three.js project, but it is very important. Okay, so we want to redesign the table to look nice. So we also want to uh, bring the status, make it its own component. Make status its own. And now redesign the table to look nice, and then I'm thinking like one move the herd. Maybe add herd to the top to a top span row span column span row. I'm thinking that up here, like underneath there, could be one row that just says like herd colon and then whatever we hear, whatever we're hearing, And I think that will be good. So we start like this. We're listening. We go, hi, hello, hey. And like if you think about it, like let's say you just wanted to do like a flashcard, you could just have like a little flashcard that says what word you want them to say next, and then they would hit start microphone and all of that, and that would be fun. And it would be kind of nice thing because one thing that's like super personal is just like um our our vocal our speaking, right? That's just such a personal thing, and it's always like something like if it's easy to be embarrassed about it, and so you kind of want to just work on it in your own time. This tool is perfect for that. Let's say you struggle with the word. A lot of people struggle with the word this. Now, this doesn't make it to where this makes it that you can recognize it, right? So like if I say like this, well, I don't know what's going to happen. So if I do this, dis, so it did not. So that's good. So a lot of people will say that, right? Like, and if you think about it, the way you say, and if you're an English speaker, the way you say this and the way you say dis is pretty similar. And the only difference is like your tongue goes under your teeth when you go this, but when you say dis, your tongue goes under your the roof of your mouth, right? So like if you want to try to practice that, you could just go in here and just say dis, dis, this. I got it. Right? Like that's really cool. It's cool that someone could like self-direct and they could work on it on their own and they don't need to be around other people and all that when they do that. And then if this can if this can recognize you, usually that means it's recognizable to other humans as well. Um, it doesn't necessarily mean you're saying it right, but like I know that there's a word like Penelope that is just really bizarre. What, like you can say it lots of different ways. I think Penelope is, I don't know how to spell Penelope. Yeah. So this is like, doesn't sound at all like it's spelled, right? Like Penelope does not. This looks like it should be Penelope, but let's try this. Penelope, Penelope, pen. I thought I said pen, as in Pen, not pain. Pen, pen. Now I thought I said 10. That's wild. Penelope, Penelope, Penelope. So yeah, I remember around last Christmas, my youngest son was like, "Oh, let's try this one, Penelope," and we were playing around with it, and it was like, we could say Penelope and it would recognize it. Now we're only getting one back, so like if we go to the voice tool and we do the discrete and we say Penelope. So we got two responses back, and see Penelope was the second response. But if you only allow one response, Penelope. Let me see. Cantaloupe is up. Penelope. So I like that. So make it like 10. Penelope. And you see with this one, it could get 10 up to 10 back, but it only got 1. So it knew you weren't, I wasn't saying cantaloupe. But then if I go Penelope, and I will say that the order does change from time to time and stuff like that. So, but you see this one, it said it thought it was an 86.39 chance that I said cantaloupe, and then 80.9 chance that I said Penelope, right? So I don't know, take with that what you will, but that is that. Next week we'll play around with making this like just try to clean up the table so it looks a little nicer for the herd. Make it probably make it one row. It just says herd in lowercase with a colon on it, and then like if it hasn't heard anything, it'll be dot dot dot. Otherwise, it'll be whatever we heard. And then actually, it'd probably be nice to move that. Actually, I guess it would be better to have that so that what you heard lines up with this, and then make the status its own component, and then 9. Okay, so we want to do is make first things first is we want to make the make rows, table rows, iterate. I don't know if that's spelled right. I think it's just one T, iterate over a data structure. Probably an array, but maybe not. Data structure. Um, for each for each um, for each record or for each entry. Entry is a good one. Entry. And then after that, what we're going to want to do is move it into the rows into a JSON. So I think what we're probably going to have to do is both. We'll probably have to have one table, one JSON table that has all the language region combinations that we're sensitive to, right? Because there's like thousands of them. So, obviously I'm not going to be able to list all of them. And then make it to where you can type in your own locale and make it to where, like maybe there's like a list to the right or something that has all of them. And then you click on it. And then once you click on it, then it goes and tries to find a file by that name or something, or maybe a file in that, probably a directory of that name, and then all that. And I guess I'm going to want that. I don't know. I think I'm going to want that to be inside of public, which is going to be a little weird because so I don't won't have to do a build to to um to deploy it. I'll be able to just FTP that one or the two files or whatever. But I almost feel like I probably should just I probably shouldn't make it. I should probably figure out how to put it in its own directory that's only for its stuff. And then, you know, uh, I'll probably not do builds in the future. Like once I have it working and all that, I won't do builds unless I do a code change. But I will be changing the stuff. And if I do a build, then it will use all the latest. But for the most part, I'll just push it out there, put FTP the JSON files out there. So that is that. Yeah, happy coding, everybody. Bye.